Ever wondered why some people live rent-free in your mind without even trying? It's not because they talk too much, it's because they mastered the art of being present and then disappearing. And when you learn to disappear with intention, you won't need to speak to be unforgettable. Welcome back to Stoicism Philosophy Daily, the channel where ancient Stoic wisdom meets modern human psychology. Today, we're unlocking a concept that few understand, but everyone feels: the art of making someone think about you constantly, even in your absence. Let's be clear from the start. This isn't about cheap manipulation or emotional games. This is about becoming a man of presence, mystery, and unshakable energy. How? By learning to balance Stoic detachment with psychological insight, you create an aura that lingers long after you're gone. It starts with a powerful paradox. The power of absence be the empty space. They can't fill. If you want someone to think of you constantly, step away. Yes, less is more. Think about that melody you didn't notice until it stopped playing. Its absence made you feel something. That's exactly what your silence does. By pulling back, emotionally, physically, even digitally, you create a void. And in that void, they start asking, where did he go? Why isn't he texting? What is he thinking? It's scarcity. And scarcity increases value. But here's where most men fail. They fake detachment. They delay replies, but still obsess over attention. Not you. You live it. You build your own world so fully that their absence doesn't shake you. Because your energy is a privilege, not a guarantee. So how do you apply this? Be less available. Be memorable when you are around. And then disappear with purpose. Your absence becomes the most powerful statement you could ever make, not out of bitterness, but out of deep self-respect. If this resonates with you, comment, I create value through absence. And now, let's go deeper. Number 2, the hook of unpredictability, intermittent reinforcement. In the last section, we talked about the power of absence, how stepping back can make your presence more powerful. But silence alone isn't enough. If you vanish without strategy, you become forgettable. That's why now we introduce the next principle: unpredictability, the secret source of obsession. Intermittent reinforcement, unpredictability, creates obsession. Let's break it down. First, vary how you respond. If they text you, sometimes reply quickly with energy, and other times let it sit. Don't be robotic, be intentional. The goal is to keep them guessing. When will he reply? Why did he pull back? Second, surprise them occasionally. A kind message, a subtle compliment, a memory you bring up. But here's the key: if surprises become routine, they lose their charm. Keep your kindness rare, and it will feel priceless. Third, know when to retreat. After a moment of connection, step back. Don't over-explain. Let them wonder where you are. Mystery fuels imagination, and imagination keeps you alive in their thoughts. Psychologically, this is called intermittent reinforcement. The brain becomes hooked on unpredictability. When someone doesn't know when or how they'll hear from you again, their mind kicks into overdrive. They start searching for signs, analyzing your behavior, and in doing so, you stay in their thoughts. But remember, this isn't manipulation. Stoicism teaches us to act with purpose, not with malice. Be intentional, not deceptive. Your unpredictability should feel effortless, not forced. Here's your first challenge. Over the next 7 days, try being just a bit less predictable. Watch how they respond. Do they reach out more? Do they lean in? If this insight is clicking, like the video, and comment below, I create intrigue with unpredictability, Now get ready, we're about to dive into one of the most subtle yet powerful tools in human psychology. Coming up next, how to mirror their deepest desires and become unforgettable. Previously, we explored the pull of unpredictability. Now, let's go deeper into a principle that makes people think about you long after you're gone, the power of unfinished stories, also known as the Zeigarnik effect. Leave an open story so they can't stop writing the ending unresolved interactions. Linger in the human mind far more than those that are neatly tied up. Why? Because our brains crave closure. We hate incomplete stories. Remember the last time you watched a movie that ended with a cliffhanger? Could you forget it right away? Of course not. Your mind kept circling it, searching for answers, imagining how it might end. That same effect happens in real-life conversations and relationships. When you leave an interaction slightly open-ended, you become the cliffhanger in their story, the chapter they can't stop rereading. So how do you apply this? In conversation, never overshare. Let's say they ask about your recent trip. Instead of giving the full rundown, try, "Oh, something wild happened there, but I'll tell you next time." Now they're hooked. You've planted a seed of curiosity. Psst. In texting or on social media, keep some mystery. If they ask, "What are you working on?" Avoid the full answer. Try, "Something exciting, I'll share more." Soon, that subtle vagueness creates a mental loop. They'll keep thinking about it. Time your exits right. If a conversation is flowing, don't wait for it to die. Instead, say, "I've got to run, but let's continue this later." Leaving on a high note makes you memorable and leaves them wanting more. This isn't about being evasive or annoying. It's about engaging their imagination, leaving a breadcrumb trail that keeps you alive in their thoughts. Let's ground this in Stoic wisdom. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." So, use this technique not to manipulate, but to create meaningful intrigue. Here's your challenge. Next time you're in a conversation, hold back just a little. Leave one detail hanging. Watch how they respond. If this principle is resonating, like the video and comment, "I leave a mark through unfinished stories." Now let's level up. In the next part, we'll explore the timeless allure of mystery and how to make them lean in without saying a word. In the last section, we explored how mystery adds magnetic pull. Now we step into something even more powerful, a way to embed yourself into someone's memory through emotional anchoring. Emotionally anchor yourself. Make them feel you. Always, people may forget what you said. They may even forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. That's the essence of emotional anchoring, creating moments so emotionally vivid that they forever associate you with those feelings. Think of a song that throws you back to a memory, a scent that reminds you of someone you loved. That's an emotional anchor at work. When you create such a moment with someone, you become etched into their emotional memory. Joy, awe, nostalgia, even vulnerability. If they felt it deeply and you were there, they'll remember you. So, how do you build emotional anchors? Create shared, memorable experiences. Moments of intensity stick. It could be something small, watching a beautiful sunset together, or something adventurous like trying something new or spontaneous. The stronger and more unique the experience, the deeper the emotional anchor. Tap into their emotional language. What moves them? Is it music, stories, laughter, or stillness? If they love storytelling, share a heartfelt story. If they're into music, introduce a track that becomes your song. When you engage their emotions, they don't just remember, they relive. Build tiny rituals or unique symbols. This could be a special way you say goodbye, a phrase you use just for them, even a shared joke. Over time, these small things become subconscious reminders of you. Whenever they hear or see something similar, your face will flash in their mind. But here's the golden rule: don't fake it. Anchors should arise naturally from real connection, not manipulation. As Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. So if you want to be remembered for joy, be joyful. If you want to be an inspiration, live inspired. Challenge for you. Next time you're with someone, create a tiny ritual. Maybe it's a shared word, or a funny routine you do when saying goodbye. Repeat it and watch it grow into a powerful memory that keeps you alive in their thoughts. If this inspired you, drop a comment. I anchor emotions through authenticity. Now let's keep the momentum going as we uncover the next secret, the power of non-reaction, and how being calm in chaos makes you unforgettable. We just explored the art of non-reaction, and now let's go a level deeper. How to subtly plant an idea in someone's mind without ever explicitly saying it. This is influence in its purest form, graceful, quiet, and unforgettable. You have power over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength. These timeless words from Marcus Aurelius perfectly summarize what we're about to learn. True strength isn't in how loud you speak, it's in how calmly you influence. So how do you master this art? First, practice pausing before you respond. Whether it's praise, criticism, or a difficult question, give yourself a beat. This brief pause gives you control. It shows thoughtfulness, not reactivity. And just as important, it builds a touch of mystery. They'll start to wonder, what is he really thinking? Second, observe, don't absorb. When someone throws strong emotion at you, visualize their words as clouds floating past. You see them, but you don't let them sink into you. This creates emotional clarity. You can now respond with intention instead of reflex. Third, stay grounded in your values. Non-reaction doesn't mean you don't care. It means your response aligns with your character. If someone tries to bait you with drama or gossip, your calm refusal to engage sends a message. I don't operate on your level, but here's the deeper magic. Your silence becomes your message. You don't respond to chaos, not because you're weak, but because you've evolved beyond needing to. That kind of calm, it leaves an impression. People will remember it long after the conversation ends. Let's bring it back to Stoicism. The Stoics taught that mastery of the inner world is the key to navigating the outer one. When you remain calm in chaos, people notice. And not just notice, they remember. They respect you even if they don't admit it. Your challenge. The next time you find yourself in an emotionally charged moment, pause, don't react. Watch what happens when your stillness becomes your superpower. If this message resonates, hit that like button. It helps our community grow and reach those ready to claim their inner power. Now, let's move into the next phase of influence, how to subtly plant an idea so powerfully that they believe it came from within. We've just uncovered the power of subtle influence. Now let's tap into one of the most primal and powerful forces in human psychology, the fear of loss. Here's the truth. People are far more motivated to avoid losing something than they are to gain something new. Psychologists call this loss aversion, and it's one of the strongest forces shaping our decisions and emotions. Ask yourself, when was the last time you truly appreciated something, only after you lost it? Maybe it was a person, an opportunity, or even a simple routine. Loss sharpens our awareness of value. So how do you leverage this principle with intention and integrity? Step 1. Show your value through your actions. People fear losing what feels rare. By consistently displaying unique traits, whether it's your loyalty, humor, insight, or calm, you naturally become someone worth keeping. But here's the catch. Don't overexpose yourself. Even diamonds lose their shine if they're always on display. Step 2. Create small, strategic absences. Remember the principle of absence? Now use it to prompt reflection. Skip a text, delay a reply, let a conversation end a bit sooner than usual. These subtle pauses create a void, and in that void, they start realizing how much your presence actually matters. Step 3. Be willing to walk away. This is the ultimate leverage. When someone senses that you don't need their validation to feel complete, they instinctively try harder to keep you in their world. This isn't about threats or games. It's about embodying true independence. Your self-worth is no longer tied to their attention. That's power. Epictetus once said, "He who is not a slave to his desires is free." When you detach from the need to always be wanted, you unlock a rare kind of peace. And paradoxically, that peace makes you even more magnetic. People want what they can't fully grasp. And when you stand fully in your own energy, you become unforgettable. But to be clear, this isn't about manipulation. It's about helping others recognize the value of the connection you bring. Through presence and absence, you help them see what's worth cherishing. Your challenge over the next week: identify one place where you can step back, just slightly, create space, and watch what happens when they realize your energy was never guaranteed. If this insight resonates with you, hit the like button. Every interaction helps us reach more people ready to upgrade their relationships and their mindset. Now, let's move into the final technique where everything comes together, and you learn how to become unforgettable in someone's mind. In the last part, we explored how emotional triggers can bind your presence to someone's memory. So now let's bring it full circle, grounding this in Stoic wisdom. Marcus Aurelius once said, "What we do now echoes in eternity." When you craft your presence with intention, you're not just living for the moment, you're building a legacy in someone's mind. This isn't about manipulation. It's about showing up with purpose. It's about creating a presence so meaningful, so distinct, that it becomes unforgettable. So how do you tie it all together? Start with something simple. Think of one person, one relationship that matters. Identify one small but unique thing you can do to leave your signature, a phrase, a gesture, a habit. Then show up consistently with it. Over time, that little thing becomes your calling card. It's what people remember you for long after the conversation ends. Here's your challenge. In the coming week, craft your signature. Choose something subtle, meaningful, and make it yours. Show up with it again and again and let it do the quiet work of embedding you in their mind. If you felt inspired by this video, hit the like button so more people can find this message. And congratulations, you've made it to the end of this powerful journey. Now you hold the keys to something few people ever understand: 10 techniques rooted in both Stoic philosophy and human psychology, designed not just to make someone think about you, but to help you understand how real influence and connection are built. Remember this: with great power comes great responsibility. A Stoic leads with intention, integrity, and emotional mastery. Use these tools not to manipulate, but to inspire. Be the calm in someone's storm. Be the one who uplifts while remaining grounded in truth. Your final challenge. Pick just one technique from this video. Maybe mastering non-reaction, building an emotional anchor, or crafting your personal signature. And commit to practicing it this week. Start small. Watch how it changes how others respond to you. Before you go, leave a comment. I step into my power. Let's fill the comment section with strength and commitment. If you found value here, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Stoic Blessing with notifications on, so you never miss a moment to sharpen your mind and elevate your life. Thanks for watching. The journey to mastery begins within. Until next time, stay strong, stay intentional, and stay blessed.